We're calling a press conference to speak to you about events that occurred just after 10 p.m. on Saturday, the 25th of August, this past Saturday. The Bermuda Police Service is continuing its investigations into the appearance of a man carrying what appears to be a firearm outside the popular Somerset bar and restaurant known as Woody's Drive-In. We are taking the unusual step of releasing CCTV footage of the incident in the hope that we can identify the man and the type of weapon. The circumstances of this matter have prompted us to undertake an intense investigation, and we need the assistance of the community. The incident is believed to have happened shortly after 10 p.m., as I said, this past Saturday. Members of the public reported to the police following a 911 call that a masked man had emerged from the side of Woody's and produced what they initially described as a machine gun. The masked man appeared to be attempting to discharge the weapon. However, no shots were discharged. A full police investigation was immediately commenced, and the premises were attended by on-duty police officers. The Bermuda Police Service has worked with the management of Woody's to retrieve footage from their CCTV systems so that we can release these to you. The CCTV footage has produced the image which has been provided, which shows the suspected gunman. You will note that the suspect is dressed head to toe in a blue rin suit, including a hood and white, possibly latex gloves, and a red scarf was covering his face. Investigations have further led us to believe that the suspect or suspects left Spanish Point on a jet ski and traveled across the Great Sound to Gray's Bridge. They traveled underneath Gray's Bridge to Boas Island, where we believe they left the jet ski to carry out this act. The jet ski is believed to have then returned using the same route back to Spanish Point. A robust intelligence-led investigation has led officers from the Serious Crime Unit and assisted by officers from our Forensic Support Unit to examine a jet ski that has believed to have been used in this incident, and the results of tests conducted on this jet ski are due to be received in due course. Officers have also arrested 4 men, all from Pembroke, on suspicion of possessing a firearm in relation to this incident. However, no firearm has yet been recovered. You will note from the footage the type of weapon cannot clearly be identified. However, the footage is being sent overseas for digital enhancement and analysis to try and determine the identity of the suspect and the weapon, if this is possible. This incident is concerning. It is concerning because if the images and the suggestion is true, that the suspect in this matter was in possession of a weapon capable of automatic fire in a crowd of innocent people, then this incident could have resulted in multiple casualties. As I have stated on many previous occasions to the media and the public, the respect from human life is overwhelming and it has to stop. I'm appealing to all family, friends, and loved ones that know something about this matter or any other shooting or murder to do the right thing and to help bring these perpetrators to justice. I am also seeking those people in the community that are in a position to exert some influence over people engaged in these type of activities to intervene to prevent an escalation in tension and violence in response to this incident. The Bermuda Police Service is capable of doing many things. However, and I believe our arrest and conviction rate with the assistance of the Office of the DPP speaks to this. However, we are dependent on the assistance of the public in these types of matters. To the patrons of the Woody's Bar, if you saw something, say something. And to the friends or relatives of the man in this photo, if you know something, say something. We also offer a number of ways you can contact the police and bring people to justice. You can call the Confidential Independent Crime Stoppers hotline on 800-8477 and call the Serious Crime Unit on 247-1739. Or indeed, you can call any police station 24 hours a day, 365 days a year on 295-0011. Thank you. At this point, I'll take some questions. Just by way of reference, Detective Sergeant Smith is the officer leading on this investigation, so feel free to direct any questions to him as well. Thank you.
Is this the first time a firearm regarding a rifle or a shotgun has been used in any local incident of this kind?
It's difficult to say. We know there's a number of firearms out there in the community that we haven't recovered. Quite often they use the same types of ammunition, so it's difficult to say conclusively that a machine gun, for want of a better term, has been used. But we also have recovered a number of machine gun type firearms in recent years, including an AK-47. So, it's not unheard of. This is not by no means the first instance we've encountered these type of weapons, if indeed that is what is in this photo.
Did you get more than just this one clip on your SCI?
There is additional footage. We're not releasing that at this point. However, we believe this represents a good opportunity for members of the public and the media to have a flavour of what the Bermuda Police Service is facing in these types of investigations. Yes?
Two questions. Firstly, the men arrested, do they remain in custody or have they been released?
Yes, the men that have been arrested are still in police custody, and they are presently being interviewed by officers from the Serious Crime Unit.
And can you say why has it taken until Thursday to make this information public?
Yeah, I can take that. You appreciate that this type of incident, we don't automatically go public with everything that we're doing, and it kind of defeats what we're doing. So we try and time things, but I can assure you that the investigation has been conducted expeditiously and commenced right from the outset. We're not always at liberty to share that immediately with the media.
Are the Parkside gang suspected of being involved in this?
We're keeping all our options open. We don't know who has committed that at this point, and that's why we're coming to the public and the media to get some assistance with that. You will appreciate that on the face of it this appears gang-related, but we will go where the evidence takes us. Yes, sir.
I guess firstly, can you say where the jet ski was recovered in Spanish Point? You said just Spanish Point, obviously. Where was it recovered?
Yeah, in what's the name of the bay? Just near to Spanish Point Club. Excuse me, Spanish Point Club. There is a bay, pontoon area. Yeah.
And just in terms of, can I just clarify where this weapon was discharged? It was outside, because there's been numerous reports of where.
Yes, the weapon was not
Well,
discharged.
So it wasn't discharged at all.
The weapon was not discharged at all. No rounds were fired.
But was the person standing outside or inside the venue when they attempted to discharge the weapon?
The person, we don't believe the person ever entered the premises. The person remained outside.
And you spoke already about other CCTV that is available. Does that CCTV show other potential suspects?
Not at this time.
You get the impression professionally that this gun must have jammed?
It's difficult to say. There's a number of reasons that we're looking at. First of all, it might not be a real firearm. That's always a possibility. It could be user error. It could be this person's not very proficient in using a firearm and simply, in the heat of the moment, didn't know what to do. Or indeed, it could be that it jammed on trying to fire. We simply don't know.
How many people would you say were in line of fire?
Jason, do you want to take that? How many people were at the premise?
Roughly, a rough estimate would put it at about between 20 to 30 persons that would have been outside at the time that the incident happened.
And of those people, how many have come forward to help police with the inquiries?
We have received some assistance, and we are yet appealing for more. But those persons that have come forward have been very helpful to the police, and obviously have expressed their concern and their safety for the incident that happened that night.
When will you know what kind of firearm was used?
That's difficult to say. First of all, we need the public's assistance to recover the weapon, so that before we know conclusively what it is. I've no doubt that there will be a number of people, once they see these images, that will be confident that they know what it is, but ultimately it comes down to recovering the weapon, and that's what we want the public to assist us in doing.
How many weapons have BPS taken off the streets so far this year?
I'll confirm that for you after the press conference, just to get an accurate statistic.
Any final questions?
Will you be offering any kind of incentive to the public to come forward financially?
Well, as I said in my closing comments, we have a number of mechanisms. People can come forward. One of those is Crime Stoppers. There's also the other one put forward by Mr. Keynes, I believe, which is still up and running for outstanding murders.
Rise above.
rise above. So, you know, those are financial incentives. My hope is that the people of Bermuda and members of this community will come forward not just for financial incentive, but come forward for the good of the community and do the right thing.
Sorry, just to clarify, you said you have received some witness assistance,
Yes?
and can you give us any bit more information on that?
No. I mean, we don't typically divulge the specifics of investigation, but, you know, the investigation has involved interviewing a number of people, and that's what we've been doing.